What's going on, guys? This video deals with Doug Ford, Stephen Lecce, and the good old conservative government here in Ontario, Canada. And when it comes to public education, they do not care. They just don't. I read their health, safety, and operational guidance for schools, and to be honest, it's straight trash. And I mean straight trash. It really doesn't make that much sense. On one hand, you have them wanting to cohort, so, they don't want you really mixing with others, which, okay, sure, makes sense. You don't want one cohort to mix with another cohort. Cool. But then you're allowing field trips, school assemblies, which you're going to mingle cohorts, and then you're going to also allow inter-school sports. What are you trying to do here? And don't get me started on their whole policy or their guide on vaccinations, because it's literally 3 sentences. And I can even sum it up to just 2 words: get vaccinated. I don't even know why they even put this in here. It's literally just get vaccinated. There's no mandate, which is very divisive, but why even put this in here if you're just gonna say a lot of mumbo jumbo and then just really at the end of the day just say get vaccinated? Now, what I believe their claim to fame for this whole thing is ventilation, which they're putting in more HVACs, have HEPA filters, and open windows to address ventilation. That's really it. And they're spending money to make sure all classrooms are ventilated, which I really doubt that all classrooms will be properly ventilated. Come on. It's a government that's going to be cutting corners as best as they possibly can. So, come on now. And what makes it even worse is that they didn't really address testing. You don't want to do vaccine mandates for schools, okay, but you didn't say anything regarding testing. So what happens if, there's an outbreak, you have people self-isolate, but shouldn't they prove some sort of negative test before they come back to school? Especially when you're going to go the route of inter-school sports, you kind of need testing here, because if you don't do testing, this is just designed to fail. Then the other thing is you didn't address classroom sizes. There's still going to be 25 to 35 kids in the room. So yeah, you can put up HEPA filters and all this, open up windows, but if you got 30 plus people in the room, you can't really socially distance that well. And what makes it even better is that someone in the media called him out on that, because they did a press conference and they said basically for safety reasons, it had to be through telephone because they can't have too many people there essentially. But you're gonna have a lot more people in a classroom. So basically it comes across that you're, valuing your health, but you really don't give a rat's ass about the kids. Remember, back to what I said, they just don't care. Anyways, take a look at this clip and just kind of see how Lecce just responds to it. You can tell that he's annoyed, and what he responds with is essentially a word salad.
For the notice you sent out to media about today's event said, and I quote, out of an abundance of caution, reporters will not be allowed in sight in that classroom you're standing in today. However, come September, there can be 30, 35 students in that very classroom for 6 hours a day. Why is one potentially not safe to have reporters there, but safe under your plan to have students in there?
Look, today's investment is about, an announcement is about further improving the quality of schools for 2 million children. And the Chief Medical Officer of Health has signed off on that guidance. Today, we are taking it a step further by further improving air quality in schools. And I think it's actually important to note what we have done to ensure that those kids that return in September in elementary and high schools are safe. With schools that have mechanical ventilation in Ontario, which is the vast majority of schools, we believe in and around 70%, Virtually every school has had their system assessed or recommissioned to optimize airflow. 92% of our schools are using filters that are being changed more frequently and higher grade filters, including MERV 13. 91% of our schools are running their systems longer. 87% have increased their fresh air intake. And over 50,000 standalone HEPA filters are in our schools today. Today, in addition to that action being done for those schools, we are investing an additional $25 million to deliver and deploy 20,000 more HEPA filters into schools in the province of Ontario. For those that do not have mechanical ventilation. We're also setting a requirement for all kindergarten classes, junior and senior, to have one of those HEPA filters that are sized for the space. It may require two in some instances, where we're providing the school boards with the assurance and access to those HEPA filters to further improve air quality and to help keep these schools as safe as humanly possible. That is what we're doing today. And we're looking forward to September getting children back full-time in person, which will help support their mental and physical health, which we believe is so important as we look forward to getting them back.
As you saw from his answer, it was just a word salad of foolishness. And like I said before, they just don't care. They're just sending something out which is probably a lesser version of what they did last year, and they think the public's going to eat it up, but they're just not. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, hit a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time.